The Miami Heat are heading into the NBA All-Star break with some solid momentum. Down 3 rotation players, the Heat still won games against the Milwaukee Bucks and Philadelphia 76ers to enter the break on a high note. The Heat are 6-2 since their players-only meeting, and this team is starting to get it going as the season will get intense after the break. The Heat are all of a sudden, once again, dangerously looming in the Eastern Conference. What's going on, everyone? It is Luca here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the Miami Heat and why this team is ready for another run. If y'all can do me a solid favor, please hit a like on the video. It helps it a ton. And also, please subscribe to the channel for more Heat content just like this. So the Heat's 7-game losing streak last month now seems like it was a while ago. Obviously, the Heat went through a rough patch, losing all those games after making the trade for Terry Rozier, but now they are starting to get things going again, and they will now have a nice rest with the NBA All-Star break upon us. The Heat closed out strong with 2 straight wins, completing it with Wednesday's 109-104 victory against the Philadelphia 76ers, and it was center Bam Adebayo who led the way with 23 points and 14 rebounds, as the Heat have now won 6 of their last 8 games. The only losses during that stretch came against the Los Angeles Clippers and the Boston Celtics, who they almost beat. The Celtics, of course, have the league's best record, and the Clippers are the number 3 team in the Western Conference, so some solid teams that they lost against. The Heat are now number 7 in the East, but they're only 3 games back of the number 4 seed New York Knicks, with still plenty of time left. Miami Heat center Bam Adebayo, he is hitting his stride as well at the perfect time. He had, like I said, 23 points, 14 boards in that win against the Sixers, and he, of course, will be in the All-Star game. As the Heat, they were without Jimmy Butler, Rozier, Josh Richardson, and Adebayo was the focal point of the offense. He took 14 shots for a second straight game, and this is what Bam Adebayo said. That's that dog mentality we have. Keep fighting to the end. That's what it took all 48 minutes. At Adebayo, he will be playing in his 3rd All-Star game on Sunday. He is having a phenomenal season, averaging 18.4 points and 11.4 rebounds over his last 7 games. And really, you look at the increase in production that he's had to have with all these Heat injuries. He has done a great job in keeping them in the Eastern Conference playoff race, as the Heat are right there in the thick of things. And like I said, they have a chance to move on up in the East after this break and once again make some noise, because the Miami Heat, they are coming. And it's funny, a lot of people, they're quick to write this team off and say, oh, they're not going to be able to do it again. We know this team, it's a next man up mentality, and even when they do have injuries, they know how to combat them and keep things afloat. And then once this team is back at 100%, we will see all of their weapons on full display. Now, before we continue on with the video, I do want to talk to you guys about today's video sponsor, BetUS. And we have an amazing new promotion from BetUS. They'll give you an 125% bonus, not only on your first deposit, but on your first 3 deposits over $100 with the promo code JOIN125. Plus, they'll give you 10% gambler's insurance for your net losses if you're active every 6 months. BetUS is an awesome sportsbook and casino website known for 24/7 customer service and have 1-day payouts. And if you look at the BetUS website, guys, it is very easy to use, and you can bet on the NBA, which is what I'm interested in. You can bet games straight up or against the spread, or even look to do a future. And right now, if you look at the Miami Heat, they are plus 1,600 to win the Eastern Conference. Obviously, this team won it last season when nobody expected it. If you think it could happen again, you put $100 on that, you could win $1,600. So not a bad bet. Get in on the action today. Click the link down below. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. So the Heat are now off until February 23rd when they play at the New Orleans Pelicans. And you look at this team, it's all about guys stepping up, right? In place of injuries right now. And I saw this stat and it blew my mind. And this is via Hot Hoops. The Heat are now 10-0 when Duncan Robinson scores at least 20 points. They're 13-1 when Duncan Robinson scores at least 18 points. They're 14-5 when Duncan starts. So he is very well a true X factor for this Heat team. And Duncan Robinson, he had 20 points in that win over the 76ers. Highsmith stepped up in a big way, 16 points. Jaime Jaquez Jr. bounced back with a nice 12, 9, and 3 assist game. And then Tyler Herro, he is another guy to look out for, because remember, the Heat didn't have Herro for that legendary playoff run that they had a season ago. Herro's looking really good this season, and if he can in fact stay healthy the rest of the way into the playoffs, he's going to be another dynamic threat for this Heat team and their offense. 23 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds he had against the 76ers. And Gilbert Arenas recently said that Herro is the Heat's best offensive threat ahead of Jimmy Butler, Rozier, and Bam Adebayo. So that's a big claim. And this is what Arenas said. Tyler Herro is technically the number one option. We never looked at like Tyler Herro because Tyler Herro got hurt before the playoffs. But if you look, he was damn near leading the league in scoring. This year, he's the number one option. So a very interesting point brought up here by Gilbert Arenas, that he believes that Tyler Herro is the number one option. And I think that's what makes this Heat team so unique, is they have so many guys who could just take over a game. And one night it can be Jimmy, the next night it could be Bam, and then another night it could be Tyler Herro, or Duncan Robinson can have a huge game. And we saw it during that playoff run. They got so many guys who can step up in a big way, and that's what makes this Heat team so dynamic. They're not a super team, but their strength is strength in numbers. And I didn't even mention Terry Rozier. Once he is back, healthy, ready to go once again, he's going to be another one of those guys who can erupt for 20-plus points when you need him to, especially come playoff time. So the Miami Heat, this team went through a rough patch, but it looks like they are back on track. And we should know better by now that the Heat turn things up after the All-Star break. This team hits another gear when these games start to mean something, and we're going to see it again. The Heat, this is their time to win these games, move up the Eastern Conference standings if they can, and we know Jimmy and them, they take it seriously, especially Jimmy, after this break heading into the playoffs. So it's already starting for this Heat team. They're already building on good fundamentals. They're already showing you that they are destined to potentially make another run. So do not be fooled by the Heat when looking at the Eastern Conference landscape, because I'm telling you guys right now, nobody wants to see this Heat team in a 7-game series, especially those higher seeds, especially the Milwaukee Bucks. I will say it right now, if the Bucks play the Heat in the first round in a 3 versus 6 matchup, for example, the Heat are winning that series. And we saw, what they were able to do against the Celtics. So not even the Celtics want to see the Heat again for as well as they've been playing. So this is a team you do not want to see come playoff time, and they are scary indeed from top to bottom. This roster is looking good, and once they get key guys back, they're going to be a problem once again. So guys, let me know your thoughts on the Miami Heat for the second part of the season. Do you think this team can once again make a run in the Eastern Conference? Let me know your thoughts. Hit a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. That is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all again in the next video.